Council meeting for the city of Algonac, February 1st, 2022. Roll call, please.
Mayor Pro Tem Dundas.
Here.
Councilman Blair.
Here.
Councilman Gillis.
Here.
Councilwoman Harris.
Here.
Councilman Martin.
Here.
Councilman Scarlett.
Here.
Mayor Stillberg.
Here.
One present.
If everyone will please take a moment of silent prayer. Please stand for the pledge. I
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
May I have a motion to approve tonight's agenda?
So moved.
Support.
All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? We have an agenda. We have no presentations this evening, so we'll get right into public comments. Please keep in mind, state your name, your address, and you will have 5 minutes to speak.
Hi, Doug Davies, 710 Smith. The first thing I need to say is I don't think that this community, not just the city, but the community can thank Joe Doe and the fire department in Algonac for what they have done and had to do over the last, months it's been, but just what, 2? You guys had one on the island this morning?
Yep, this morning.
And
One
yesterday when I saw, Joe Vernier fly up the street because of the fire yesterday. You guys are awesome.
Thank you.
Completely awesome. Second thing, and I forgot to ask you, Denise, when I had gone to Port Huron for the art meeting, they would like to ask if March is Developmental Disabilities Month, if we could maybe put some ribbons on the riverfront for March's Disability Month, but we can talk about that.
Okay.
or not. I'm sure that some of you have probably seen, things that I've been blasting all over Facebook about the Arc of St. Clair County. I was recently named to the board. The Arc used to have a bigger presence in the Downriver area. When I moved Amber back to St. Clair County and we met with Community Mental Health for the first time, I was shocked and incredibly disappointed of the lack of services available, day programs, getting out into the community. When my daughter was with the ARC 10 years ago, the things that they did were amazing. My daughter went to a conference at the Renaissance Center for self-determination. She was able to come back, because I think she maybe gets it from me, I don't know, but she has no problem standing up and talking to me. She went to a meeting up in Port Huron for the Center for Independent Living and gave a speech on what they did at the Renaissance Center. Her and a group of another group of, I say kids, adults, from the ARC in Marine City had gone to Lansing because they wanted to talk to the legislature because they wanted a ban on the word retarded. They went there, they wore shirts that said labels are for jars, not people. When in the ARC works, their main goal is advocacy and support. They will go with parents to IEP meetings. Because when you first have to go through that maze of getting services, it's scary. And if you don't have a clue or anyone near you to help you, it's a continuous wheel and you feel like you're not getting where you need to go and that no one is seeing your child individually. So they do advocacy with kids through the schools. They also do advocacy for the adults. Like I was telling you guys, when you have a child with developmental or intellectual disabilities, when they're in school, they have each individual school district, they have RESA, they have those services there. When they become adults, poof, it's gone. Valerie Hudgens, who is the executive director, I was watching her when I was up there on Monday. She does, on top of everything else, guardianships. Because believe it or not, there are a whole bunch of adults who, they're in group homes. They don't have parents to do stuff like I do for Amber. So she does guardianships. She goes up to court. There was a consumer who their landlord was going to evict them because the checks got messed up. So she had to leave the office and go take care of that. That one woman is what they've got. They've got me, they've got a couple other people who are volunteering. That's all they got. We need support from each of the communities downriver. Anything that we can get. We've got a virtual auction coming up, and that is March 4th through the 11th. I have been going around and haunting a few people to get some stuff. I am going to give these, and Rocky had already gone on very shortly after I posted that stuff, which I really thank you.
Can we
Yes.
continue this
I know.
after the meeting?
We will, but I just kinda wanted to introduce this to you guys. These are the forms, kinda pass them around and see what's what. My number is on here, my email address is on there. Get in touch with me. If you know someone in a business who wants to donate something, call me. I'll go find them.
Thank you, Dawn.
Thank you.
Anyone else like to speak? Windows closing?
Oh, I didn't know if I was on the agenda or if this was a. Hello,
Hi.
my name is Dave Anavash, I'm the county commissioner. I just wanna thank the mayor and the council for having me come down. We were given, through our ARPA funds, the county chair wanted to do something for each community or each district. And, they gave us roughly around 500,000, that's right now what we're going with. And I started with, I talked to the fire chiefs from the downriver area, and they came up with an idea on weather sirens. I thought that was great, let's run with that, cause we've got some major areas in this district without any protection, especially like, I didn't know that we didn't have a siren on the island. And all that area with the water, and they're saying, well, we've got cell phones now, we don't need sirens. I go, you ever seen how well our cell phones work down here? So the sirens, the wind system's great, but this is just another way of helping out. But and then I got to Marine City and Algonac. You guys already got your sirens and everything working well, so I met with Denise and Joe, and we kinda came up with some, I think, some great ideas. The Scout Park, or that's Scout Park, right? As I was getting the parks mixed up for a minute, but I think, and I even went over with the director for, St. Clair County Parks, and she loved the idea. Just thought it was fabulous, so I'm really happy we can help you guys out with that. And then also with Joe's, generator, so we have a backup system for the actual DPW and the siren, so I really, I think we've got some really good programs. Marine City, we're doing a couple, backup generators for the warming center and the fire department, so I kinda kept the whole thing going on public safety. That's kinda what that's my mantra, if I'm good at, so. But we're also going to see what we've got left after we go through all that, because we're getting a really nice match from the local. They're doing 1/3 match on the sirens, and we did that with, in-kind, work with Algonac too, to help kinda cover that a little bit, and then, the leftover, we're gonna try and buy radios for the fire and police, so. And I actually have Chief Doan came up with an idea, give me a buy one, get one free, I'm in. I said, okay, see what we can do with money we got left, and, but if anybody's got any questions, I'm here to answer anything for the county, or,
Anybody have anything? We'll probably have questions when we, discuss Scout Park and the generator.
okay, I'm gonna be here, so,
Alrighty.
thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Anyone else? Alright, we'll go on with our meeting, go to our consent agenda. Our consent agenda consists of the city council meeting minutes from January 18th, 2022. May I have a motion, please?
I'll make a motion to approve the consent agenda as presented. Support.
Comments, questions, concerns?
Did we skip our city manager report?
We don't have one.
Oh, wonderful.
It's going to come during the Scout Park. Okay. Hearing none, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Those opposed? Alright, next, we have no unfinished business, so we'll get right into our new business. And first up is to introduce an amendment to chapter 50 zoning, article 15, general provisions, section 451, off-street parking space layout standards, construction and maintenance. May I have a motion, please?
I'll make a motion to introduce an amendment to chapter 50, zoning, article 15, general provisions, sections 451, off-street parking, space layout, standards, construction, and maintenance, as presented.
Second.
Ordinance amendments have been proposed based on staff experience, a review of similar ordinances in other communities, city council input, Facebook comments, and consideration of Algonac as a community of recreational enthusiasts. The summary of the changes that we are introducing is A, parking surfaces for new buildings and structures, including additions to existing buildings and structures, must be asphalt or concrete. B, asphalt mills, concrete or gravel, provided that gravel parking area has a weed barrier and is properly retained, are all acceptable surfaces for new or replacement front and side yard parking surfaces for existing residential homes. Parking surfaces for new homes are still required to be asphalt or concrete. This ordinance amendment gives existing homes more parking surface options, which could be asphalt mills, concrete, or gravel. Planning Commission met on January 24th, 2022, and recommends the amendments as proposed. Anybody have any comments, questions, or concerns?
I just like the fact that we're offering more, affordable options for our residents to be able to have, to add on to a driveway as families are getting bigger. Sometimes the expense of extra cement is costly, so it's nice that we can come up with different ideas for them.
And I know we've always had problems with, people who live on a corner and they have 2 front yards, and this addresses that. So I think that is, a very good thing as well. Anyone else? Roll call, please.
Mayor Pro Tem Bendis.
Yes.
Councilman Blair.
Yes.
Councilman Gillis.
Yes.
Councilwoman Harris.
Yes.
Councilman Martin.
Yes.
Councilman Scarback.
Yes.
Mayor Stillberg.
Yes.
Motion carried.
Next, we're being asked to approve St. Clair County funding for Scout Park Tot Lot Phase 2 and a DPW generator. St. Clair County Commissioner Dave Vandenbosch has offered the city of Algonac an opportunity to benefit from the American Rescue Plan Act, ARPA, of 2021 economic stimulus funds recently received by St. Clair County. The funds are available for the following 2 projects. The first one is Scout Park Playground Phase 2. Phase 1 was awarded to Sinclair Recreation by City Council at their meeting on December 21st, 2021. We received a quote from Sinclair Recreation for Phase 2. The total cost of Phase 1 and Phase 2 of the project is $128,000, with general fund, in-kind services, and a donation from the Youth for the Future contributing $63,000, 49% on behalf of the city of Algonac. and $65,000, 51% contributed through St. Clair County Commissioner Dave Vandenbosch using St. Clair County ARPA funds. The second purchase is for the Department of Public Works generator. Replacement of the existing 1975 generator is proposed. The total project costs $34,000 with $7,585 or 23% paid by the city of Algonac and $26,415 or 77% contributed through St. Clair County Commissioner Dave Vandenbosch using St. Clair County ARPA funds. As requested, the city is matching over 1/3 of the total project cost. As each project is completed, the city will submit an invoice request to St. Clair County for reimbursement. May I have a motion, please?
I'll make a motion to accept American Rescue Plan Act of 2021 Economic Stimulus Funds in the amount of $91,415 from St. Clair County. And number 2, to award contract for Phase 2 of Scout Park to Sinclair Recreation, whose address is P.O. Box 1409, Holland, Michigan, 49942, and in the amount of $64,993. And to award the contract for replacement of the DPW generator to Sideline Electric, whose address is 7838 Marsh Road, Cotterville, Michigan, and the amount of $26,415, and direct the city manager to sign the contract on behalf of the city.
Second.
Comments, questions, concerns?
Mayor Snowboard?
Yes.
I would just like to thank Commissioner Vandenbosch for your diligence on this. We appreciate that. It's a big chunk on this, and thank you.
Mayor Sumber, I too would like to thank Commissioner Van Bosch, and I am very excited with having a 6-year-old to have a completed park here in the town. And I would like to know, are we donating that 1975 generator to a museum for antiques?
It will probably come in too many pieces.
Mayor, do we have a date when the construction on the park is gonna start?
It would start in the spring, and we'll get both phases done, so instead of having a reopening of phase 1, we'll have a grand reopening of the whole park, and I'm sure Commissioner would love to be there with us when we have that ribbon cutting. Okay,
When do we think it'll be completed?
by summer.
By summer, okay, summer being June 1st or August 31st?
Well, it probably depends on how fast we get the parts. We have the people,
Not that I'm trying to pretend.
but it depends on how soon the equipment gets here. But by doing this quickly, we're hoping to turn it around.
I wanna make it, cause I was thinking about it the other night, and it's just a suggestion, it's got, well, it's kind of, Scout Park is a boring name, in my humble opinion, and we're gonna have something brand new there. I think, we have a very talented city manager when it comes to things like that. I think we can come up with some kind of community-wide, naming thing to name the park a new park. Jill, my wife, came up with Pirates Cove. You know, doesn't have to be there, people, that's okay if you don't pick my great idea. But I think it'd be a nice way to get the community involved. If we came up, since we're gonna have a grand opening, basically a brand new park with boat theme, if we came up with a brand new fun name, just my idea.
And we have.
And it's a good one, isn't it?
I like it.
Oh, I'd like to get rid of Columbia Street Park then. I mean, we're naming them after streets,
Absolutely,
so.
absolutely.
You know. You have some things for us to look at, City
I do,
Manager?
thank you, Mr.
Okay.
Stoneburner. So I just wanted to give you a brief overview of it, because the pictures that you had in your packet really don't do the new park justice. So, ta-da, as you can see, this is the proposed layout of the park. We are going with very bright colors, blues and reds and yellows.
Does Councilman Harris get a new house too? Councilman Harris, I'm just curious.
Yes, I do.
Can I address these? Will there be a sidewalk all the way around the property?
No, not with this project, there will
Okay,
be
no, I just seen the photo, that's what I
sidewalk.
was wondering. Cause I was gonna say, it doesn't fit the community.
Yeah, no.
Okay, thank you.
No, so the main flagship piece will be this nautical looking piece, it's looks like a big ship. Various things for the kids to play on. The park will also be enclosed, it already has a fence, we're gonna add gates to it, the fence is gonna be painted. As you know, C.G. Carruthers was trying to get a special needs park for Lions Field at one time. And that turned out that we weren't gonna be able to go forward with that, and she ended up moving out of town. So this is our special needs park. The core communication boards that Mary Gillis presented to the city, and that one was donated by Youth for the Future, which Councilman Scarbeck is involved with, that's gonna be installed here. This DPW is gonna install gates, so it will be an enclosed playground, facility. And in these pieces, the Discovery Cave, the Merry Musical with the bongo drums, the spinning sensory wave seats, those are all pieces that are recommended, for kids with special sensory needs or special needs. So this will become not only for all of the kids in the community, but it will also have some special pieces for those kids that, have some sensory challenges. So it's gonna be a great addition to the city of Algonac. Probably, it's really gonna be the only one in the area that caters to, this particular population. And we definitely have, County Commissioner Dave Vandenbosch to thank for making this possible. And we really thank him for this opportunity. We were gonna do, Scout Park in at least 2 phases. Now we're gonna have the whole park brand new for the community, and it's gonna be an outstanding addition. So, again, thank you, Commissioner Vandenbosch, it's a great project.
This is wonderful. This is great. And so is the generator.
Yeah, and thanks for that. We appreciate
Quite
it.
as fun.
No,
We appreciate it.
This is more fun. And this will come about faster than the generator will. I understand it could take more than 40 weeks to get it. And I think that's happening to all of us for anything we want or need and like that, so.
I have a thing.
Here's something.
Face paint.
Can I ask, city manager?
Yes.
City manager, will we be adding landscaping, trees and decorations to the property containing the fence on this project?
Councilman Scarlett, the fence will definitely be painted, the landscaping will be cleaned up. We are looking at planting trees through
Maple trees?
DPW. I don't know what kind of trees.
Is that a Joe question?
But, this project itself does not include landscaping. We
Okay.
wanted to spend as much money as we can getting a pieces of equipment for the kids, and then we'll work with DPW to get some trees.
Thank you.
Anyone else?
Yeah, Commissioner Vandenbosch, can you do something about the landscaping around there too?
Try to help out. Might know a guy.
I know a guy, yeah.
Yeah.
But if Denise didn't bring this to me, this isn't in my wheelhouse, I'm not a parks guy, I mean, it just doesn't, I'd love to say I'm the fire, police, sewer guy, so, actually, I wanna thank her for bringing it to my attention, and my wife saying, yes, do this is a great idea. And, like I said, it's just not my normal wheelhouse, but I'm glad to be part of it, thank you.
Well, thank you. Thank you, Jennifer. All right. Any other questions, comments, concerns? Roll call, please.
Councilman Blair,
Yes.
Councilman Gillis.
Yes.
Councilwoman Harris.
Yes.
Councilman Martin,
Yes.
Councilman Scarbeck,
Yes.
Mayor Stoneburner,
Yes.
Mayor Pro Tem Pembas.
Yes.
Motion carried.
Next, we're being asked to set the budget schedule for fiscal year 2022 to 2023. It's that time of year again. A specific timeline for budget adoption is prescribed in the city's charter. City Council must hold a public hearing on the proposed budget before its final adoption. Notice of the public hearing, a summary of the proposed budget, and notice that the proposed budget is on file in the office of the clerk shall be published at least 1 week in advance of the hearing. The complete proposed budget shall be on file for public inspection during office hours at the clerk's office for a period of not less than 1 week prior to such hearing. The 2022 to 2023 budget schedule is proposed as follows. There'll be a capital projects presentation at the Planning Commission meeting on Monday, March 28th, 2022. On Tuesday, April 5th, 2022 will be the budget presentation at our regular city council meeting. On Tuesday, April 12th, 2022, there will be a special meeting of the city council at 6 p.m. for the budget study session. Notice of a public hearing will be published Wednesday, May 4th, 2022. There'll be a public hearing at our regular city council meeting on Tuesday, May 17th of 22, and the budget adoption will be at the city council meeting Tuesday, June 7th of 22. May I have a motion, please?
Make a motion to set the budget schedule for FY 22 and 23 as presented.
Support.
Comments, questions, or concerns? Hearing none, do we need roll call for that? Okay, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Those opposed? All right, we have our schedule, everybody put it in your calendars. All right, next, we're being asked to approve, the building department services. May I have a motion, please?
I'll make a motion to approve payment for building department construction, services, and office hours, excuse me, in the amount of $2,806.05 to Tracy Cali Building Official Services for the month of November 2021.
Second.
Comments, questions, concerns? Roll call, please.
Councilman Gillis.
Yes.
Councilwoman Harris.
Yes.
Councilman Martin.
Yes.
Councilman Scarback.
Yes.
Mayor Stoneburner.
Yes.
Mayor Pro Tem Bevis.
Yes.
Councilman Blair.
Yes.
Motion carried.
Next, we're being asked to approve accounts payable and payroll. May I have a motion, please?
I'll make a motion to approve accounts payable and payroll in the amount of $331,323.88 as presented.
Support. Comments, questions, or concerns? Roll call, please.
Councilwoman Harris.
Yes.
Councilman Martin.
Yes.
Councilman Scarback.
Yes.
Mayor Stoneburner.
Yes.
Mayor Pro Tem Bevis.
Yes.
Councilman Blair.
Yes.
Councilman Gillis.
Yes.
Motion carried.
City Manager Gerstenberg, what's on our next agenda?
Thank you, Mayor Stoneburner. We will have adoption of the zoning ordinance that was introduced this evening. And we have an invoice from Timbers Tree Service for emergency removal. And that's it right now.
All right, thank you. We'll get right into council comments. Councilman Blair.
Good evening. Excuse me. Thanks for everybody for coming out. Again, I can't say enough about our fire department, our DPW. You guys rock. You know that already, but in case you don't, you do. Commissioner Vandenbosch, again, thank you for getting our community involved and getting the downriver area here with generous collaboration you did with her city manager. Can't say enough about that as well. We got a big snowstorm coming, hopefully, maybe not, who knows. Everybody be prepared, be safe, look out for your neighbor. If you need some help, you can always call Bill Greatop. He's always there with the snow blower to give you a hand, from what I understand. Am I incorrect on that? And again, everybody, we had a little power outage today that affected quite a bit of us, and they did a phenomenal job getting our power back on as quickly as they did. There's many people that were out. I think there was 150,000 or something like that. It was quite a big number. So I think that's great, and everybody stay safe and have a great night. Thank you.
All right, Councilman Davis.
I am very excited about the projects brought forth, Commissioner Vandenbosch, so thank you very much for that. Mrs. Davy, thank you for what you're doing on advocating, because we all know that that's a very important cause, and I can tell you all from personal experience, when she put it up on Facebook, I was able to log in, pay my $30 to be a member, and it took me less than 2 minutes. So it's a great cause, and I definitely think that. Chief Doan, I want to thank you and your team for everything you do. You know, I know you had a rough week, not a rough, but a busy week. This morning, 2 a.m., my power goes out, and of course, living in Algonac, we don't have cell service, so trying to see what's going on, so I drive up town so I can, of course, and what do I pass? there's Chief Doan driving through town, 2 AM. I call him up, I'm like, hey, what's going on? He's like, don't know yet, but I'll let you know if I hear anything. Most people you call at 2 AM, they're not happy to hear from you, but Chief Doan, he is. So I wanna thank you for that, and everybody have a great evening.
Mayor Pro Tem Bembas.
Been a very quiet January, but heading into February, we have some activities for kids. Tutoring and Activities with Miss Shelby is having a kids activity event related around Valentine's Day on February 5th at 2 PM at Dock 421. And for more information, you can call 586-854-7655. That's all I have.
Okay. Councilman Martin.
I also would like to thank County Commissioner Vandenbosch for his efforts on behalf of the city. And if the weather report's correct, I too want everybody to be safe. It's a concern, and when it's predicted to be close to a foot of snow and warm and the wet underneath it, we need to be careful. Thank you.
Councilwoman Harris.
I also want to thank County Commissioner Dave Vandenbosch for everything. Don Davey, I'll be getting in touch with you. Joe Doan, I can't say enough of our fire department, how proud I am of you guys. And that's it, thank you.
Councilman Scarbic.
I want to thank Commissioner Dave Vandenbosch for everything he's doing for this community. I also want to thank our fire department for everything they are also doing for this community. And Dawn, will you come up after? I have a
Yes.
paper filled out for you.
Yes, I will.
Thank you.
Linda?
Yeah, and that's gonna be it tonight. Thank you guys for coming.
Thank you, Dave, very much, and Jennifer, just keep talking in his ear. We appreciate that. It's been a brutal season, I think, for our fire departments in the area with all the mutual aid and they're not little fires and they're not little things. And, you guys are phenomenal. But be safe out there. I think the next couple of days are gonna be real rough too for you, so, just be safe. Dawn, you're absolutely correct in that adults that have special needs do not have the advocates that the children in the schools do. And I think we all need to be their advocates.
We're gonna get there.
Yeah. Also, the library, will be passing out, the KN95 masks, 3 per person. It will be during normal business hours, and it can be at any county library, including our own here at the Algonac Clay Library. So it's 3 per person, and, they're not the N95s, but they are the KN95s, and they are free. So with that,
I'd like to make a motion to adjourn.
Support.
anybody want to discuss that? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? We're adjourned.